Good morning. So today we want to know, what was the first book you ever read that inspired you to read or to be a writer? What was the first body of work that made you love books or made you want to write? Whether it's you're a novelist, a poet, a short story writer, a journalist, whether you just like to journal, write by hand, which I still do sometimes, but I guess the question we kind of kicked this around about 12 hours ago, kicking the bobo, as they say, talking about the writers on the app. As we grow, we always want to stay close to that core, right? And so I was thinking to myself, we did a video about um a bit about you, like just what inspires you to be whatever you are. And I kind of wanted to know the exact, like, leave a comment below. Which book kicked loose that that avid reader or that compulsive writer, or that just the hobbyist, if you just like to dabble after work or before work or have a free day and you just want to get your thoughts down, get them out. Uh, I was watching one of my favorite VO artists. I think it was on Instagram or TikTok. I forget. One of those apps. And the guy was talking about, he didn't like to read. He hated reading. He couldn't stand reading. And he said that when he was young, he one weekend he got his hands on this like fantasy novel, this like, thick fantasy novel. I guess it was like 400 plus pages. But he started reading it. He started to read it and he couldn't put it down. And he finished the entire book in a weekend. And that turned him into a hardcore reader, and eventually into a VO artist. And what he does, he narrates audiobooks, he narrates fantasy novels. I've never really read a fantasy novel. I don't think I respect all the genres, but I've never read a fantasy novel. I would like to, but it's never really been like my thing. But I heard some samples of his. Whenever I meet or come across a VO artist, I'll always go to Audible and see if I can hear them, or I'll just look for their demo reel. I'm a huge fan of VO, and so it also helps me learn what I do, but also, and so that kicked loose this whole idea for this video, which is, what made you a writer, a reader? What was the turning point? Is a good way to put it. Do you remember the title of the book? I'm sure you do. I mean, I do. It's no secret, Ask the Dust made me a novelist. Hands down. I didn't choose to be one when I read it. It just made me a novelist. And I think, like a lot of people who read like uh, E.E. Cummings, Robinson Jeffers, who in my opinion is the best poet who ever lived or ever will live, and Charles Bukowski, no brainer. But the poetry of these people, Robert Frost, hell, let's go way back. The poetry turned me into a poet first, right? And then eventually a novelist. And I guess all those things, I don't know. But the point is, I wanted to know, what makes you a novelist? What makes you a short story writer? What makes you a person who goes on prose or opens a Word file, or what drives you to write, and kind of in the same ballpark as our video 2 videos ago, but I want to know, I'm interested to find out, all of us are here, what was that first body of work? And if you want to reply to this in the comments, but also send me an email at, the prose channel at Gmail. Sorry, I'm just waking up. And send a video of you reading your favorite book, or your book that inspired you to be a writer or to be an avid reader. Either one. And if you just want to comment below, that's fine too. But I thought it'd be cool to see the writers on Prose send a video in just of them reading the cover or a Kindle, I guess, whatever it is nowadays. I mean, yeah, I thought it was cool that guy just couldn't stand reading and cracked open one book and it just transformed him. It opened that door. So that was our video today. What made you write? What made you read? What was the first body of work? Let us know. Okay. Have a good one.